Greetings. Welcome to the Deep Fried Podcast.
Yeah, if you're coming here for absolute accuracy, you're in the wrong podcast.
Oh no, we're 100% truthful all the time.
That way I could just myself.
Eat grass like everybody else.
Welcome to the Deep Fried Podcast. Took it to Flavor Town, if you will.
You need me dirty. I had no idea.
Oh, it's going in, buddy. My question was, who the is Juliet?
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Deep Fried Podcast.
Welcome to the Deep Fry Podcast, the only podcast that runs 100% on dirty energy. This is Squashua.
And this is Blackery.
And this is Landon, Jonathan, and Megan. Hey, guys.
Yeah, we have a lot of people here this week.
Because, I don't know why.
Reasons. Why do we...
Open invitation.
Yeah.
Who's next on the podcast?
Ugh.
This week, sorry, we just didn't drink at the same time. That was a really good idea, by the way. Great content. This week we're going to talk about just how do you word this? Stories from our past work experiences.
Past work experiences.
I got a few crazy ones. A few.
Yep. Because I was at work thinking about work, and
as one does.
So I was like, yeah, might as well, let's talk about work.
Talk about work because, dude, what is more? What is happening here? Hold on, I have to fix my blinds. What is more relatable than work? Honestly,
something we all have to do.
Breathe, I guess.
Part of Leaf 8. Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
No problem, bro.
So, okay, Blackery. Now that we're in the podcast, tell us, why is there nothing behind you this week?
Oh yeah. You notice nothing's behind me. Well, I needed to clean up anyways, but I'm going to be getting a couch back here now. Yeah. Well, the people my mom babysits for, they were selling their couch. It's also who I bought my truck from. It's like I'm just going to buy all their stuff apparently.
Hey, buy their house next,
Well,
I'll become you.
Well, they're doing that. So, and I've been wanting to have a different backdrop for my little part of the podcast. So, because I'm going to buy like
me too. But,
I'm going to buy a big Deep Fried podcast poster. So I'm going to have that behind the couch, and then I'm going to have the couch
because we make those.
I'm going to have my well, no, I can go to Walmart. I can upload the PDF on Walmart, and they make big ass posters. So
there you go. Make a blanket.
No, we already have a blanket.
Yeah, that's true.
Teespring.com/TDF podcast.
I forgot we even did that.
Bro, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got
coffee mugs. My dad bought
coffee mugs. We got phone cases.
They do look
I
good,
didn't know that.
We got masks. Yeah, we got blankets, a towel.
You got a TikTok?
Yeah, we got
TikTok? We do have a TikTok.
We live, baby. We live, baby.
Congrats, Blacker. You took that bit of last week's episode that I said we don't even have a fucking TikTok, and you put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Guess what?
See?
I was the first one to subscribe.
Oh yeah.
First
subscriber privileges. He's on the very next episode. So you see what happens. You subscribe to the TikTok, follow the TikTok. You might make it. No, I'm just kidding. Chill out.
No, I joined because I was told to.
You was told to. No, you were invited. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Disclaimer: no one in this podcast was forced to do anything.
Kind of forced. I mean, it is zero pay.
Landon, are you playing Rocket League right now?
No, I'm not actually.
We're actually gonna need somebody to come get a lion or some shit. The podcast isn't supposed to hear that. Oh, do you have a screaming child behind you?
A lot of I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's laughter. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I have streaming children.
It was very loud.
Thank God I have the software that.
Oh, okay, all right. I got a bone to pick with society right now, or with my child's daycare provider. So, bro, I go through all this shit. I get my first COVID shot. I wait 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks between the two? Whatever. I get my second one.
Apart,
right.
Whatever.
Feel like complete shit after the second one because you got like some of the side effects or whatever. And then after, also, by the way, I've not been wearing my mask this entire fucking time because I'm inconsiderate, whatever. So after I'm done with all the process of getting my COVID shot, I dropped my kid off at daycare this morning, and they're like, "Sir, you have to have a mask on." I'm like, I've been picking her up from daycare for like 2 weeks straight right now. Haven't had a mask on the entire time, and they ain't said shit. Now that I actually have my full vaccination.
Oh, now that you're vaccinated, yeah.
I drop her off this morning. They're like, "You need to have a mask on." I'm like, "So what's the point of the vaccination then?" And the woman's like, "Yeah, most of us here are vaccinated too, but we still have to wear a mask." I'm like, "You didn't help your point at all. You just like you added to the confusion."
Because I mean, I know you can still get it, but I mean,
well, so
it's
she
a
was
very
like,
small chance, and
well, she was like, well, some of the kids caught it, so I'm like, so the kids caught it, so now the adults have to wear a mask.
As if the children still aren't wearing masks and are still interacting with each other.
Yeah, they're not wearing masks.
they're not wearing masks. Yeah,
my kid's 2 years old. Like,
literally the only
And
place.
taking it home to their parents who are also not wearing masks.
Right. Yeah,
Bro.
we're the ones that are going to stop the spread, though. Like,
Bro, okay,
the
dumbest crap down here, because like literally no place down here enforces masks right now, because of course we were like one of the first states us in Texas were like the first ones to get rid of them. Not get rid of them, just say,
Texas
hey, it's not mandated.
It's its own country, man.
Mississippi, we would want to be Texas so damn bad.
Apparently.
So far from it. Smells like catfish, cornbread, and poverty here. So
yikes.
Nice.
Was I wrong though?
No, you're not.
No.
Meth. You forgot meth.
With the hints of racism.
Hey, I got a little bit about it.
But no. China Buffet still enforces mask.
Okay, yeah. But like China.
Where was it? Wuhan? They don't have masks. They're not wearing masks there. They're out there partying in the streets right now.
Hey, I'm with it. Let's go to
Wuhan. It's where it started. It's where it started.
It's because it moved out. It's moved on.
They killed everyone there. They're
But
like,
I was like, literally, I can go to any restaurant now and reading besides China Buffet and not wear a mask. I can go to like a heavy smoker's house where they won't let you come in if you're smoking a cigarette because they got oxygen tanks. I can go in there with no mask and they don't care. But China Buffet? Why
do you want to go to China Buffet so bad, really?
This man loves China Buffet. You don't understand.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's just it's down the road from where I work, so I mean, it's a quick place if I want to go get like,
and it's not just
something
China Buffet.
that's not
China Buffet 2.
China too. If I don't want to just get like regular fast food, like a burger or something, it's just something different than
double the China, double the buffet.
Been sitting out twice as long.
That's
if you go at lunchtime, it's like
China Buffet 2, the reckoning.
Fresh. I'll say fresh because it was probably sitting out the day before and they just reheated it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But
that pizza.
But no, bro, I don't. Who? Okay, so
kids do. Kids, they have it out for kids. Okay, calm down. Calm down.
Because you go to China Buffet, they got chicken strips. At one point, they had burgers out there
with the chicken strips.
But like, I was like, why do you got pizza in the? But yeah, kids.
Kids, yeah, no, absolutely. Kids don't like.
And it is the driest pizza in the world
chicken.
too.
They don't.
Like they could at least. Go ahead.
Out of all the foods in the world, you know what China's food, like their number one food that stands out to me, they're notorious for making some of the world's best pizza, and that's why that shit's out of there.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
I'm completely bullshitting.
Okay, I was like,
I don't think so.
Like, what pizza? Because like I know in Korea they make some. They do like it's an Italian style pizza, but it's technically a Korean style pizza, but they follow some rules that like Italians use, and they say it's like it's delicious.
Wait,
it's own.
Jews?
What?
Italian? Shut up.
Say Italian juice.
He said Italian Jews.
Jews. Okay.
So the
Very
pizza's
specific.
biracial.
Very specific.
Biracial.
It's biracial pizza. I went to the dentist today. Gentleman and lady.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, so it was just like an eval. They have to pull my one last wisdom tooth that I have because it has no tooth above it. So I don't understand. The last time I went to the dentist, which was like to get something done, was like years ago, and it was to get these pulled. And they pulled these two wisdom teeth, but they didn't pull the one wisdom tooth on this side. I never got one on the top. I got one on the bottom. But like it's completely non-functional because there's not one above it. So it's like, why did you not just take that one out too?
Yeah.
So now I have to
did they gas you up or anything like that? Where you got high or anything like that? Or
they didn't put me under, but they did like obviously they numbed me. Like,
Oh yeah.
but this time they're gonna put my ass under. They were like, "Would you rather sedation or just local anesthetic?" I was like, "Put my ass to sleep."
That's so expensive.
I'm in the military, honey. It's free.
He got
Yeah.
that was it Tricare?
Take advantage
Got that,
of
got
it.
that Tricare
Yeah.
or whatever.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
No, it's done on base, so it's like actually free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everything that I get done has to be done on base. They have this base has a large enough like medical system that like
Okay.
almost everything except like braces. I don't think they do braces, but
It's like all the military people I deliver to. There's like a special form you have to fill out, I guess, because it's the military. And
Yeah.
they're like, well, everything should be taken care of because I got Tricare or whatever. I was like, well, it's this form you have to fill out because it's Tricare. Like,
if you're active duty
Like,
most
dude,
of the time,
dude, I'm not trying to get money.
most of the
from
time you don't have to pay
Just
anything.
fill out this damn form so you can get it for free.
Are you sure? I don't think I should have to fill out this form. It should be free, right? Like, no, this form is to make sure that it's free. No. It should just be free. Like,
My guy.
that's how I'm gonna start being. Like, no. Hey, trust me, it's free.
Trust
Okay, trust me. Okay, you're welcome. By the way, active duty military, you are welcome. Okay.
But yeah,
See these stripes on my shoulder? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
I just need you to understand that you are
hey, pal.
disrespecting a current Army soldier.
Oh man, I fucking hate it. But yeah, so I'm gonna be going August 5th. Which that's like a Thursday or something like that. But I'll be getting my wisdom tooth taken out. Going my ass to sleep. Because the last
Yep.
time that I got it done, it's like literally at one point. So there's this children's book that I read when I was growing up about this kid getting his tooth pulled or whatever, and like the dentist like puts his foot like on his face and is like pulling. It literally felt like that was happening to me. Of course, the dude's foot wasn't on my face, but like he literally had his palm like on my face trying to pull like the teeth out. I'm like, I'm awake for this. This is not pleasant. Even though I'm numb, I'm just going like,
bro,
it's fucking stop.
I remember when I had to get fillings put in my teeth, and I had to go to, I think it was Youth or whatever. What Abide? Yeah, that was called Abide.
Probably.
Bro, I had to go to Abide that night, and like we had pizza, and I couldn't eat it because like half my mouth,
Was still numb.
half my mouth was just, I was like,
Yeah, they actually they did some fillings for me yesterday, I think. And so like my face was numb. I still ate. I don't care. I don't listen to them. They're like, don't eat for no, bitch. I'm eating. I'm hungry. I'm eating. I just like chew on this side and like
You gotta
like
bite your goddamn tongue off.
just like pull.
well, he was like, yeah, because like half my tongue, like I couldn't feel half my tongue.
Hey,
couldn't
fuck
feel,
it.
like,
Hey,
half my mouth.
if it goes, it was meant to go. Okay, I'm hungry. I literally ate Taco Bell one time when I was a kid, like after getting work done, and like my face was numb, and I just couldn't even taste the fucking Taco Bell, but I was eating it.
This man
When I
said,
got my
if
wisdom
I
teeth
go, I go.
taken
I
out,
die,
they
I
put
die.
stitches in the back, and I was drinking a smoothie, which you're not supposed to do, and one of the stitches like came straight out, and I was like, ooh.
Yikes!
And ooh,
That's not supposed to happen.
They were telling me if you use straws, because I'm supposed to get mine out pretty soon. They were saying if you use straws or anything that can like bring a lot of air into your mouth, it can
Dry
get
socket.
inside,
Mhm.
inside the cavity, and it like
Yep.
hurts terribly. And they can't really do anything about it.
You
yeah.
just kind of have to just like
Yeah,
just kind of pour stuff in your mouth.
Not if you just pull the stitch right out.
Yeah, fuck it. Just pull the
Yeah,
stitch
so,
right
like,
out.
my mom, when she got hers done, they told her not to use straw and drink soda.
Yep.
And like she drinks diet sodas, so like that's generally her drink she drinks or whatever. And so she had to drink just juice and water or whatever.
Water. Ugh.
She was so mad. I was like,
Imagine.
all I normally drink is like if I drink a drink from anywhere, so like tea or lemonade. But
Hydro flask.
hydro flask. Oh, it's literally a
Water.
hydro flask.
It's got water. It's got vodka in it.
If I had a camera, I
up.
would show you my bush light.
I got the Call of Duty one. I got it for free with.
Of course
my
you
first-
fucking do. Of course you do.
No, I got it for free.
No, hey, I'm not shitting on whether or
Yeah.
not you bought it. I'm shitting on the fact that it's Call of Duty.
Um,
Don't get it twisted.
it was Modern Warfare or whatever. Like I was in there and they were like, "You get 2 free things," so I got this and a hat or something like that.
Nice.
But I was like,
Where's the hat?
In the it's in my room.
Where is the hat?
It's in my room, probably under like a pile of clothes or something.
Well, the fans that only listen on Spotify and probably do we even have any views on YouTube yet?
Couple.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Look, I'm just gonna tell you my point of view. I've never in my life watched a podcast on YouTube. It's just
oh
not
no,
something
I've watched plenty. I watched plenty.
See, that's just not something that I do. So, like, if people don't watch us on YouTube, I 100% understand because I do not do that. I don't have the time for that shit.
I have it there.
I watch the videos on YouTube, but I don't listen to podcasts.
Really?
It's like my mom and my aunt like to watch them, like and my granny watches it sometimes during the day while she's watching the kids. So
Hey, it's the fam supporting us. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
so
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I had
No,
some
no,
air
no,
come
no.
up.
That's called a burp,
yep.
sir.
No, it's just some air.
No,
Don't worry about
no,
it.
I don't burp.
Right.
I release demons according to
Just
Squash.
Oh God, this man, bro.
Look, I figured out
Griffin,
the
you've probably heard me burp before. This man.
I
I
have
don't-
figured
I
out the
don't know.
technique. I didn't burp like this in high school. It was a technique.
Oh,
that I
it's
learned.
a learned thing. Okay,
Yes.
it was after you got possessed.
you remember when you saw like a quick burp, just or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it stems from that.
Oh,
You learn
okay.
to release.
So
Like
what you're telling me
it's
is
like I
is you
basically
don't
open
have
a
to burp the
portal.
way that you do.
I burp from from all the way from my stomach. It releases everything all at once rather than it just
It's-
being like like.
That's
It
called
just
vomiting.
But it's only air. Oh, so I'm vomiting air. I mean,
guess.
vomiting.
Straight to hell.
No,
It's-
vomiting
it's the
air.
pocket dimension in your
Dude,
fucking
yeah.
in your
You know,
stomach.
It's kind of like how Cyclops in X-Men, like his eyes are literally a portal from. It's like kinetic beams. It's not
Didn't know
lasers.
that.
It's not lasers. He literally has punch vision. Literally punch
Portal to hell
vision.
in his face.
It's a
Sure,
it's a
man.
dimension literally made of kinetic energy, and he releases it from his eyes.
Really? I thought that shit was a Hawaiian punch, bro.
And he just has Kool-Aid coming out of his eyes.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Dang, I
That's
have a
fucking
perfect
funny.
superhero name, but I can't say it.
Oh no.
Guidelines, TOS.
Yeah.
But sorry.
God, now I want to know.
Yeah, I'd have to pause it,
It's literally Hawaiian punch.
but no, it's something else. Well, moving on. But yeah, no. Like it's basically I open up the portal of hell that's in my stomach, and then I just release all the air, and
And demons, of course.
I exercise
glad
about 5 demons a day.
I'm
So
glad
I'm
to
not
know that
possessed.
you don't actually have to burp that way, is what you're telling me, because it's a learned.
I mean, yeah, you don't
technique.
have to.
No, you.
It also keeps you from
I
having like
don't have to, I don't.
indigestion.
It's just indigestion. That's all.
I
It's
mean,
not a burp. It's like it's a learned technique. I just need you guys to know that Landon here is the most decorated soldier in this chat, and you better fucking respect him.
Yeah, you
is he 15th prestige on Black Ops 2? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, oh, okay. I didn't think so. No, did you miss it? You might have been going to Dollar General because your mom doesn't have her driver's license. But he was talking about how he actually shook the hand of Mississippi himself.
Who?
Old
Mr.
tater
Mr.
tot,
Sippy.
dude.
Tate
Wait,
Reeves.
Oh, Tate Reeves.
Mr. Sippy.
Mr. Sippy.
Mr. Sippy.
Shook his hand today. He gave me a medal along with a 2-star general of the state of Mississippi to say thank you for doing probably the easiest job of my entire life.
His sacrifice is unparalleled.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
He stood out. He stood out in all elements to make sure that people got tested for COVID.
So, okay, in Mississippi,
the state of Mississippi.
that
And
means
vaccinated.
rain and humidity and heat. Okay.
Pretty much. Yep. So his sacrifice is unparalleled. He has. Well, honestly, I mean, they should just give him an opportunity to retire early because of how much work
Yeah.
he's really put in.
He did as much
Never
worker
been
as
anything more heroic.
he did something as heroic as
Jocko, listen,
the only other people
This
out
guy-
here doing that are, like Chick-fil-A employees.
Like that's the funniest thing about this shit. That is literally the funniest thing about this shit. Is like not even 2 blocks away from where we did the vaccine site. We're operating at the place we did it. We were operating in a parking lot and a tent, and so we were, everybody's outdoors the whole freaking time, and people are coming up to us thanking us for a service, telling us how hard it must be because it's so cold and rainy outside some days. And literally 2 blocks away, Chick-fil-A employees are doing the exact same fucking thing for less money, and we're just like,
They get paid to do it. Okay, it's not a sacrifice.
They do
I
it.
mean,
It's-
that's what, people don't
Wait,
seem to
in the
get that
military, you get
military
paid
gets
to do it
paid.
too.
No, that's my point.
What you fail to understand, Landon, is that it is their pleasure.
You're serving your
They're
country,
outside
but
in the
it's their
rain.
pleasure.
I love
It's their
this.
pleasure. My pleasure. I always actually sometimes I go out of my way not to say thank you at Chick-fil-A because I've known people that work at Chick-fil-A and they fucking hate saying my pleasure.
Okay,
So like I just won't say anything.
I
I'm
was
like,
going to say
"Have a
something
good
about
day."
because I went to Chick-fil-A today, and the girl said my pleasure, but like I'll say about 6-7 months ago, it was a my pleasure. Like it was super happy.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like a my pleasure. Like dude, the transaction was so
You telling
quick
me
and
that it
soulless.
isn't your pleasure? You need to check your fucking self
Like,
before you wreck yourself.
It was such a soulless experience
Chick-fil-A
today.
girl.
Like how quick they just got me in and out. It was just like I ordered my food. I was like, "Thank you." She's like, "My pleasure," and then just literally just walked away. Like it was such a.
So
just,
you're saying it was kind of like meaningless sex.
I guess.
It was like a one night stand type.
Well,
deal.
yeah, I kind of felt
Really
used.
thing.
I kind of felt
I
used.
guess.
Like whenever I got,
I
because usually you go serve there, you get served there, and they're so happy and everything, and you leave, you feel loved. It was
Yeah.
like I was like, "Thank you."
And then after a couple months, it just becomes a chore for them. Yeah, that's totally like sex.
That's exactly like
Yeah,
sex.
you gotta understand. I
crazy.
used to work at Chick-fil-A when I was like 16 or 17. This is before they did all the outdoor shit. But it was like when we were working inside, it would literally get to the point where the people that you're serving every day aren't like they're not they're not like less fortunate people. Like most of the people that come there are like really preppy white people. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
like everybody was coming through is just like they have like an expectation that you're supposed to be a certain way. So you almost get kind of like tired of dealing with people that are always so preppy. It's just like, oh hey, Mrs. I don't know, say some really stereotypical
Karen.
mom name. Nah, Karen's too, but you know what I'm saying. Like
Hey,
she's got
Mrs.
3 kids in
Michelson.
the back seat. Yeah, and they expect you to have like their order like memorized and shit like that because they come every freaking day. And you're
Okay.
just like, okay, it gets.
Do you know how
old
many
after a while.
people I deal with each day? Like,
And then they're always
That's
asking for such particular shit too. Like Chick-fil-A is simple. It's chicken nuggets and fries, but people will still figure out how to make that shit complicated.
Yeah,
They'll be like,
yeah.
"Can I have a shake without the ice cream in it?" And you're like, "What the fuck are you asking me right now?"
you want strawberries? Here you go. Like,
Can I get a cookies and cream milkshake with no milkshake? Uh,
I just want Oreos. Give them to me now. I go to Chick-fil-A just for the Oreos. That's
But
funny.
if they're not in the cup, they freak out.
Right? Yeah. Here's some Oreos.
Why is it in a
Where's the
bowl?
cup?
I wanted it in a cup.
I
And where's the
I
whipped
didn't ask you
cream?
to exclude the cup.
Where's
I
the
wanted
whipped
you to
cream?
exclude- Honestly, yeah. So cookies in a cup with whipped cream.
and also, I was actually a real one because I actually put more than fucking one sauce in your bag. Like I actually put 4 or 5
Hey,
'cause
my
I'm a good
boy.
dude.
Bro, I actually
Yeah.
got 3 today. The last time I went, they only gave me 1. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this big ass fry and 1 sauce?
Just that one big ass fry. It was just like
Because like I mean all their fries are big
taters.
ass fries. Like they're
Waffle
waffle
fries.
fries. So I mean like
Yeah.
you dip 1 into the sauce
how do
and
you
it's
make
gone.
waffle fries? I might have to Google that.
Dude,
How do you make waffle
it confuses me because it's a machine that it's like a little handheld machine I think they use, and it still confuses me how they get it to do that shape. I feel like
Guess
you'd
it's
waste
like
a lot of potato.
A shave and a punch.
Yeah,
How is waffle fries made? That's not grammatically correct, but that's what people also ask apparently. What? It says essentially you need a mandolin and a specific waffle cutting blade. A mandolin is a musical instrument, is it not?
no, mandolin
mandoline's
is
like
a
the thing you
very
shave cheese with.
yeah. You can
Oh, okay.
It's
It's
a
also a
very
musical
thin
instrument
slicer.
though.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not reading all of this, but I might go back to it later.
I think there's a
Okay.
video somewhere out there, but
Oh, surely, yeah.
Yeah, you need to learn how to play a guitar with really tightly bound strings in order to make waffle fries.
Well, you use the mandolin and just like shove the potato through the
Through the
strings.
strings.
That's why the strings are so tight. Taut.
Josh,
You
you
just-
just a visitor.
Did I feed
Jesus
the fish?
Christ.
No. Yes.
this
wait.
woman
Yes. I did.
interrupting us. Oh my
You built
god.
a fish?
piece that was on the towel. They were hacking it like they haven't eaten.
We gotta
in like
send
days.
him
She's
a
over fish.
podcasting do not disturb sign.
She overfed the
on
fish?
door.
Asking if you.
She overfed the fish. Our
Hmm.
fish are gonna die.
Nice.
Two of them look like they're pregnant.
This is a professional podcast. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I love
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Anyway.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. This will be edited out. Psych! It's going to stay the
Nope,
same.
no editing out.
Hey,
This shit's-
John. Make sure you take her out.
It's just live.
Hey, yo, chill.
Hmm?
Do you want to ask a quick question,
Cancel
Blacker,
that, John.
quickly?
Cancel that, John. Oh well, I didn't know if we were going to do it a little bit later. Okay, everybody, if you could have anything grow on a tree, anything you can think of, what would you want to grow on a tree? Like, what type of tree would you want to like? What do you want growing on it? Doesn't have to be a
I think
food.
the obvious answer is money, but I'm gonna try to not say that.
Money technically already does. I mean, it's cotton that grows in fields.
That's not a tree. That's not a tree.
It's a bush. I mean, it already grows.
Bushes are not trees.
Right.
Shrubbery, trees, whatever you want. I mean,
I mean, we can get into
Agriculture?
this, but
what do y'all want?
I took 2 days of forestry. Okay, I think I know the difference between a bush and a tree.
All right.
I think I was there the same days you took it.
All right. This is
Oh yeah, it
gonna
was
be a good
banned.
one, guys. This is gonna be going. If anything could grow on a tree, I would want it to grow apples.
Okay.
Dude, my humor's fucked. Okay, I'm sorry.
What is that?
If I could have a tree that grows anything, apples. That's it.
Apples, for sure, definitely apples. I don't know.
But Griff, there's already a tree that grows apples. God,
What,
all right, everyone ignore me. Just go ahead.
beer.
Beer.
Oh,
Beer. Yeah, if beer grew on
Right.
trees, for sure.
Oh,
What are you doing?
oh, it's your
Hey,
turn to have a child interrupt you. Nice.
I got tea. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
Nice.
Close the door. Thank
Ooh.
you.
This podcast just got fancy.
Pinkies up, boys.
What's in there?
A lemon.
I was about to say, is that
Oh,
like a
no.
daily supply of Vicodin or something? Like, what is that?
She brings me the Vicodin, the 2-year-old. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Here, Daddy, use your Viagra.
Oh, wow.
Vicodin tree.
A Vicodin tree. I'm with it. I mean, it comes from the earth at that point, so you could sell it if you wanted to. It's not a prescription.
All right,
Controlled
Landon?
substance, regardless.
Megan.
Hmm.
What did I say? Beer? Yeah, beer.
You said
I'm
beer.
sticking with that.
I know what I would want.
Landon, answer the question.
Fucking, I don't know, self-confidence?
Oh shit.
That hit home. That was real.
Little
I
bite
don't
of.
know, a tree that grows ideas for what grows on trees.
Where is this hair? Is this my hair? That's a really long hair. Sorry.
That
Go ahead.
regulation.
No, definitely not. Megan, answer the question.
Yeah.
Can Landon grow on my tree?
Oh, I hate you. Gross.
It's been decided.
Gross.
Is that like
Um,
a I hope Landon gets hanged joke? Is that what it is?
Damn.
Take it however you want to.
This got
but-
real. On my tree, I would want the forbidden fruit because I need to know what we're going through all of this for.
Okay.
For-
Like what was so good on that damn tree that we were
Gotta be
going through all
pineapple.
this shit?
It's a pineapple. It was the fruit. It was what was so good on the tree. It wasn't an apple. That's for damn sure. Apples aren't that good.
Like no, I mean
Apples don't taste good enough to be like.
the Honey Crisp are delicious, but they ain't not enough for this bullshit we go through. So what the hell
So,
was on that damn
apple-
tree?
apple toaster strudels, though. Those shits are good.
But like for real, so I would need a tree that grew the forbidden fruit so I could taste it.
There
Like
you go.
because like
I'm
I
going with a mango.
man, this motherfucker.
Literally just sin against God round 2. You're like, hey, bitch, I'm going to try this.
The first time wasn't good enough. I'm doing it again.
Worth it.
Men
You're gonna have to send Jesus
men
back
start
down
having
'cause I
to
just fucked
give
it all
birth.
up.
Jesus is up in heaven like, damn it, fuck, I got to go again.
I just reset 2,000 years worth of saving.
Down the drain. God.
Oh my God.
Salvation
Me,
was
damn it.
not-
Me, damn it. Shut up. I had to sip my tea real quick.
Heard. You
Delish.
almost made me drink my drink.
Should we break for an ad?
We can.
We already did.
Yep, we did.
We broke for an
Um,
ad. That's crazy.
You guys had to
Alright.
listen to us.
We still need to change. We still need to redo that. The ad because the ad's so fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so obnoxious.
I'll say,
You
yeah. So we're
are
gonna be talking about
free.
past job experiences, and one reason I also did want to talk about it because I did just restart back at an old job. That was another thing that was on my
figured
mind.
had something to do with it. Yeah.
But dude, holy shit. When Lena was talking about working for Chick-fil-A and stuff like, and people being happy, bro, my social battery used to be so much more high. Like by like probably my 4th or 5th table of serving, I was so ready to strangle whoever the next person was. Like I was just done with interacting with just because when you're serving, you got to be. I don't know. Like you gotta be there. You gotta be there for them.
You gotta put it on your face.
Yeah. And holy shit. Like not having to interact with people all day and then having to interact with people. Oh my God.
Bro, you literally like how long have you been at your current job?
2 years, almost 2.5 now.
Yeah. So like 2.5 years of just
driving
in a car.
Yeah. And the most
And,
interaction
like,
I have
tables again.
Yeah, so, and the most interaction I have is
You
just
chose to.
Yeah, and the most interaction I have is just me literally going like, "Hey, my name
Here's
is
your
Zach.
medicine, bitch."
Here's your medicine," and I'm leaving. So like, I'm not. It's not even like I'm in there and we're because like they do have to sign some papers sometimes, but like other than that, I'm not even really talking with them. Like they're signing the
You should
papers.
start
They're looking at
introducing yourself to the people that you deliver medicine to as Blackery.
stuff.
Hi, I'm Blackery. This is Judson. They'd be like, "You're who? Your name's what?"
I subbed to somebody yesterday, and they were like, "Black whore, black wee, black wee." He was like, gave up. He was like,
Bro,
just,
it's
he's
so
like,
hard
"Thank you
for
for the
people to
sub."
pronounce.
Yeah, but I was like, "It's like Daiquiri, dude," and he was like, "Oh." Everybody like,
yeah.
I was like, if you
All right, I want to open up. I want to open
ahead.
up the
Go ahead.
topic, the deep frying the meat here. I want to open up the topic with a story from Olive Garden. Blacker, you were there for this. We'd been working at Olive Garden for like, I'd say 3 months tops, like probably not even that long yet. And it's this guy that started. He started like the same day that I did. His name was Brandon. And so me, you, and him were all busters at that point. Do you remember him?
Brandon. Yes, I do.
Because his mom also worked there.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude's got like the typical like fresh out of high school, I don't want to be here, like I'm entitled attitude, right? And so he's doing like the bare minimum of the job, and me and Blacker are like busting our asses because like
I mean, we were fucking
so like
beast
the way
mode.
that busing works at Olive Garden is like the faster you can get people into the restaurant, the more money you're gonna make because you make a percentage of the tips that the servers make. So like the more tables they can serve, the more money you make just by rule. And actually, no, it's we make a percentage of their
Food
sales.
Food sales.
Yeah, not even of their tips. So it's like just the more that they can sell, the more money you make. So it's just like working faster makes more sense. So anyway, so we're
And
busting
also
our asses.
sometimes
at
if
this
you
guy.
did a good enough job, they would give you a little bit more money.
They would,
depending
they
on-
would just like give you a little bit of money if you
Um,
help them.
I can't remember what the older white lady's name was. She
Lisa.
was always Lisa. Yes,
Yeah.
she was always nice.
Lisa probably ended up giving me like over $200.
Yeah, I mean,
total the entire
because I
time we
mean,
were there,
she.
just because I would help her out a lot.
I mean, we made $5 hourly in that, and then
Yeah.
of course whatever we made in tip share.
Yeah. So
My
anyway,
brother still has the
three of
highest
us-
to date.
the three of us are working together, and me and Blackery are the ones that are on the floor, like actually cleaning the tables. He's just in the back rolling silverware, which is the easiest fucking job.
Easiest fucking job. in the
Especially whenever it's the dinner silverware, because it's just a fucking cloth. You just fold that bitch and roll in it. And so he's back there rolling silverware, slow as shit. And we're like trying to set tables because that was whenever your silverware would be on the table before you
Mhm.
got there. So we were like, he was not rolling it as fast as we were using it. And we had these little headsets. So I came over the headset. I was like, hey, like we're using silverware faster than you're rolling it. Can you please pick it up? And you just hear him go, "What did you say to me?" And like the general manager comes back over it. And he said roll silverware faster. So please do it. And like he didn't respond. And me and Zach just like, we look at each other like, oh shit. Like, and then like we're busting tables. And all of a sudden he comes out with like a fresh bin full of silverware, throws it on the floor and just yells, "Y'all bitches piss me the fuck off," and just walks out the restaurant. I'm like, we've been here for like 2 months, bro. Like, there's no way you're that pressed over this. Like,
That was the funniest
it's
shit in the
insane.
world. And our manager chased him out the door.
chase it. He chased him out the door, right? So because we thought like, oh, he just cussed in the restaurant, like
Yeah.
he about to tell him off or whatever. Chases him out the door, and then comes back in with the dude's radio. And he's like, I got it, and just walks back to his
He
office.
didn't care what the guy
It's like,
couldn't.
all he cared about
Dude was
was getting
tra-
the radio.
Yeah, dude was trash at bussing.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he wasn't.
He was trash.
excellent worker in
Oh
general.
my god, that was. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at that job. That was the one. That's one good memory of Renee I have.
Yeah,
That's
because
the one good
he's
one.
like, I got the radio. Like, what?
But other than that, that guy was a worst probably manager I've ever worked.
Oh
with.
yeah, horrible manager, terrible
Jesus
manager.
Christ.
Fuck that guy. He's horrible. I hope he listens to this. Fuck you.
Yeah. I hope you watched the video.
Damn.
I just flipped you off,
Mhm.
bitch.
Daddy, you want to know something?
Oh, I lost my cup. I don't know where it went.
Oh Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Look at them pigtails.
Bye. Bye.
See, okay, if my mom, if we would have started it earlier and I didn't drive to the store to go grab that stuff, we would have had that times three
Quick,
though.
somebody else tell a story about work in the past. Something interesting. Go.
Oh well, I was gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
No.
Griffin's got it. I want to
Yeah,
listen
no,
to
no,
his.
I wanna.
All right, I'm gonna do the one that I got my award for about a month ago. I got a life-saving award for saving someone's life, pretty much.
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
I'm just hanging out with in our dispatch center. I just got dinner, I think, and I had just sat down to eat. Some of the guys in the back, they had brought a lady in to interview her for some kind of investigation. They were talking to her. So I'm sitting in dispatch waiting on them. And 911 gets a call, and my dispatcher looks at me and snaps her fingers and like waves me over. And I look, and she's typing in. It says, "Lady at Kroger, carrying a knife covered in blood, and blood's all over her neck." So I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I grabbed.
She was
I
fighting a
grabbed-
vampire.
Right. I grabbed my drink, ran down the stairs, got my police cruiser, took off, got up to the Kroger, which is only about a mile and a half away, so it really wasn't that far. It took me like 2 minutes to get there. Not even that, maybe. And driving up the road, I get into the parking lot, and I see this lady. She's covered in blood, and she's got a knife, and she's waving it around in the sky, and then she starts like cutting her neck with it, like
What the fuck?
vigorously. Dude,
Oh,
like,
shit.
dude, it was bad. I have the video. I'm not going to be able to show it to you guys, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah.
But I get out of the car and I look at her, say, "Ma'am, drop the knife, put the knife," and then she starts walking towards me, and I say, "Don't come at me with that knife. Drop that knife." And I'm trying to like talk her out of it. I'm like, "Listen, I know you probably got a lot going on in life. I know you're in a lot of pain." And I could see it in her face. She didn't care. She was going to come at me with it. What it was is she wanted to die, obviously with
Yeah.
the knife cuts, and she wanted me to
I can't
finish
remember
her
what
off.
I can't remember what that's called. It's a
Suicide.
suicide by
by
cop. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's a good distance away from me, but with all our training, we understand that there is a certain distance when between you and someone with a knife to where it becomes deadly to the point where it's probably best for you to just shoot them because they can run at you faster with that knife than it
Then
would
you can
take
draw
for
it.
most people. Yeah, than most people to draw it out and safely get it aimed in and whatever. And backpedaling, it doesn't really work because they're already so close to you.
Just
Anyway,
turn and run.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
so I kept my car in between her and I as best I could, and at the same time, like this happened literally like 4 or 5 seconds. By that time, on the other side of the parking lot, another one of my guys I work with, he came in behind, so she turns around and looks at him. He jumps out of the car. He's like, "Oh fuck!" I'm like really close to her, so he starts like running back to gain some distance, and he is about half like a squeeze away from shooting her, and I run up behind her real quick and pull my taser out and pop her in the back, and she dropped. We got the knife out of her hand. We got a helicopter to come pick her up, and the guy that was there that she turned her attention to, he goes, "Dude, if you wouldn't have done that, I would have shot her." So essentially, you saved her life by
Yeah,
tasing her.
Yeah.
that's
I was
cool.
like, oh, I mean, that's fine. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm going to put you in for an award." I said, "Oh, I mean, I don't, I'm not asking for it, but if you're going to give it to me, that's awesome."
That's cool. Yeah.
And I ended up seeing her like maybe a month later walking down the street. She was doing good. She was just walking around, exercising. She doesn't have bad scars on her neck. The doctors did a
Yeah.
good job
I
cleaning
was gonna
that up,
ask you
so-
about like, well, because like most people, I mean, if you're gonna, please
Oh,
don't do
dude,
this.
she-
Please don't do this. But like your carotid, I mean, that's, I don't know how. That's when you were saying she was
know.
cutting her neck, because I mean, it's a very big one to
Alright.
cut.
Yeah, so it was a serrated like paring knife.
Oh, okay.
And
That
she did it on both sides of her neck, and I don't know how, but she did not get her arteries, veins, nothing. I mean, she was bleeding, but she didn't get
Yeah.
it. I think what happened was her body freaked out and pulled all the major blood vessels deep within the body to protect her, because like the body knew that something was
Yeah.
happening. So like the body will react that way. Given certain circumstances. So I'm thinking maybe that's why, because this shit was deep,
That's nutty.
and yeah, it was a bad time for her.
That's
Well,
wild.
Yeah, it's good to hear. I mean, good to hear she's like actually recovered and everything though. Like,
That is cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is cool that
Exercising
you got
and
to see her
stuff.
again.
Oh yeah,
Did they
Oh,
find
that-
out if it was it drug induced or was it just like the bat?
no, I mean she's always had a bad past. She's like 50 something. She's always had a bad past with drugs and stuff. But I don't know. She may have gotten off the drugs, and I don't know. But I think what it was she had just got out of jail, so she didn't have any drugs in her system, because they would have
Mm.
gone out within the time period that she'd been there.
yeah.
And what I think it was is she just had like a mental break and she snapped.
It'd be that way.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
It'd be that way.
Yeah.
Blackery, did you
Anyway.
have one?
I was just gonna talk about the time I think I probably like my second week working at Olive Garden when I first got that job there. I was on my way and got freaking T-bone, and I got chocolate milk all over my clothes and my aprons and everything. And then
Chocolate milk.
Yeah, because I stopped
That's
at a
the takeaway.
it was like my second week there. I don't think I was running late or anything like that. It was Sunday, and on my way there, and dude
Chalky milk on
T-boned
a
me.
Sunday, dude. There's nothing.
I
like
still
it.
went to work too. I had to open.
You went to
and-
work with chalky milk on your white
Yeah.
shirt. That's
Yeah,
back when we wore white shirts.
yeah.
so.
Wore white shirts. It was like it was like on my shoulder or whatever, and like. But then of course we had like I had to get a new apron once I got there. It was a black
Yeah.
apron put on there. Had to work that, and I was probably like, it wasn't terrible because I mean I was stiff the very next day. But I went in there, open. They were like, "You sure you want to work? You sure you all right?"
That was when you
And-
got hit in the intersection.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I got
Yeah. Okay.
T-bone,
Okay.
and
yeah.
I don't think I've ever hopped out of a vehicle so fast. And yelled at someone like because he ended up breaking my door and everything. But I was so pissed. I was so mad. I was like, "Are you you mother blanket?" Oh, dude, I was.
Oh, because
I
we
was-
don't cuss on this podcast. Yeah,
no. I mean, I wasn't just gonna go through everything. I mean, I was just, I don't needlessly, but like, just that guy. He stayed in his truck though.
He
I
was
was
like,
staying in
"Nah."
it too.
Big brolic black dude named Blackery.
I mean, he was black
I'm
too.
not getting out of my car.
He was black too,
No,
but
but
he
you're
was
scary.
skinny.
You're
He was
scary.
skinnier
You're-
though.
You're
And-
like big strong boy.
And I wasn't a hot dog either. So as mad as I was, oh god, it was on site right there because like I couldn't get my door was stuck, and I had just
Would you, like,
fixed my
hop out the
truck.
back?
I had just fixed my truck. That was the one reason I was pissed because I had a
Yeah.
wreck probably 3 months earlier on my way to my other job, and the tire shop had put my tires on or whatever. But I'm not gonna get into wrecks, but yeah, I still went to work that day. I think that was the day I earned the respect of the current
The
manager.
Medal of Honor. Yeah.
They were like, "Why are you working today?"
Hey, there's a kid in your background now.
Living room. Turn around. Living room.
This is the real life, the Deep Fried
Yes.
podcast. Okay, we don't,
Yeah.
completely uncut here.
I'll be done in a little bit.
Mainly just because
We're
it's
recording right now, so
mainly just because it's
that
too
was
much
my
work to
niece.
cut it all. Yes, it was.
Yeah, y'all go in the living room.
Landon, Megan, either of you
Try
guys
not
have
to have
an
that
interesting
happen.
story to tell?
I don't know how I'm
You go
supposed to
first.
follow up. I saved a woman's life because
I know, right? Like, we should have saved that one for last. Like, the hero of the day over here. Blackery followed it up by
But
spilling
did
chocolate milk on it.
Kate
So, like,
Reeves shake your hand? I don't think so.
Mr. Sippy himself.
1 second. Hey, y'all go to the living room. Adam,
Hey,
go to the living
hey,
room with Dolly.
I have a story to tell. If you need to mute and go, like, take care of them, I can tell one while you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, actually, can I? Yeah.
There you go. He's muted. Okay, so this is when I worked for the post office. I was on. I hate that this is how it is, but it is how it is. I was on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. That's the route that I was on. So, like, it is what it is. For some reason, always that road means that you're in the hood. So in Meridian, that is the case. So I'm on that route, and like everybody loves the mailman, right? And they do. I don't know what it is. So like you're never really in danger unless like there's like a drive-by shooting that wasn't really meant for you, and you get caught in the crossfire. That's the guy that trained me. He was on that very same route, and he was
That
like,
happened to
"Yeah,
me
be
when I was a
careful
baby."
around this spot because I got caught in a drive-by once." So like that's real. They weren't shooting at him, like I said, but he just kind of got caught in the crossfire. So anyway,
Man, that would have to suck.
it's on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. It's a one-way street, so you have to get out of the truck and walk to all the mailboxes. So it's like towards the very beginning of the route, there's a guy like I'm looking at his mailbox here, but I have to like look up at like a 45-degree angle to see his house because it's like up on the hill. And I would see him like every morning, and he had a lot of stuff that he had to sign for while I was working. So like he and I he was comfortable with me being the mailman for a while. I was there for a couple months before this happened. So like it was like just like a Wednesday morning. I'm delivering the mail. I'm out of the truck. I put the mail in his mailbox. I look up. He's walking out of his house with a fucking AK in his hands. And he's just like, he's like, "What's up, mailman?" And just like proceeds to just put it in his back seat. And I'm like, "What's up, man?" And just like walk off because I'm like, I didn't see shit. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? He just walks out of his fucking house with an AK in his hand. Like, "What's up, mailman?" Just a regular fucking Wednesday. I'm like, all right, this is what this is. Okay.
Maybe he's going to the range.
Maybe he's going to the range with an AK.
I mean, personally, I'd put that shit in a case, but I mean,
Right.
people ain't got cases.
I didn't hear about there being any drive-bys, but I mean, maybe he just wanted to have that motherfucking thing on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just
You always
wild,
gotta
though, dude.
keep
He
that
was just like
motherfucking
that
thing
comfortable
on.
with me. He was like, "Hey, here's an AK. I'm just gonna walk out in front of you," because I was there the same time every day, so he knew I was gonna be out there. Maybe he was flexing on me.
I know I do that shit all the time.
I walk out my house with AKs all the time.
I do have a story. Okay, I was gonna make sure
You're the
if there's
host
anything
of
else-
this podcast.
I know
okay?
I'm a host. I know I'm a host. But it's a story. It's like my worst job when I worked at Nick and Al's. And I requested off because I'd paid for some football tickets to go watch Mississippi State and some other team. I can't remember the team they
Yeah,
were playing
shit
against.
team. Got it.
But I'd asked off because I was like, I wanted to go to the game. I bought the tickets, so
Yeah.
I think it might have been. I don't know. It definitely wasn't for my mom's birthday because her birthday's in March. So, but I got the tickets and we were going. And no, I bought tickets for Caleb. We went to LSU.
Okay.
And so I bought the tickets. We were going down there because I bought the hotel and everything. And I'd requested off, and they didn't give me the days off. I'm gonna let you know this. If I ask off, and I give you the plenty of time to ask off, I'm giving you a notice. I won't be here on that day.
Right.
Whether or not you approved it or not, unless I like did it within like a week before, that I understand. I'll be there. But if I give you months in advance and you still schedule me, I'm not going to be there.
That's on you, buddy.
I won't be there.
Especially in a restaurant. There's no way They can't give you a couple days off, and you gave them months advance notice.
it was
Like
probably like a month.
I'm
It was a
sorry.
month. It was a month in advance because I only worked at Nick and House for like 2 months. But
like a month in
yeah.
advance. It's like
Nonetheless, I gave you the time to schedule somebody else, swap it with somebody else. Well, I don't end up going or whatever, and because I called, I was like, I tried to get somebody to swap the shift for me, even though they
Yeah.
scheduled. Like I went ahead and tried to do that for them, and I told them, I was like, I'm not going to be there. I don't know. They're like, well, no, you got to have somebody cover it. Well, we're at the game, and I get a call, and they're like, hey, we need you in here, and I'm like,
I don't know if you can hear, but football.
yes, I don't know if you could tell. I'm in Baton Rouge. So yeah, because we didn't go to state. We went. It was in Baton Rouge,
Yeah.
and I was
Louisiana.
like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So when I got back or whatever, Alex, yeah,
You fired.
freaking no, I didn't get fired. Because he
That's
was
surprising.
he wanted to talk to me about other stuff too. He was like, well, why didn't you show up? I was like, I gave y'all time. And first of all, this man has been on and off drugs. So
He's like, what? Where were you?
Yeah. Dude was nutty anyways. Like that
Officer
guy,
Griffin,
he has
arrest
his own problems.
Outside of my
Um,
jurisdiction, sorry.
But and then he was like, and people have also complained that you're not smiling when they walk in. I'm like, who's complaining that I'm not smiling? I'm cooking a pizza. First of all, you can barely ever see my face. When I walk into Nick and Al's and they cooking the pizzas, I'm not paying attention to cooks. I'm talking.
Hell
First of all,
no,
I'm talking
I'm
to my
going,
family. Yeah.
Pizza.
They're like, and people are saying you're not telling them, "Oh, welcome to Nick and Al's" when they walk in. I'm like, I'm cooking. If I'm throwing a pizza, what do you like? I know I'm right there, but
Welcome
you
to
also
Nick and Al's.
you also have two hosts that also greet people and stuff. I was like,
Right.
you're just trying to get on me for dumb shit right now. Like you literally don't have a reason to actually get mad at me besides me not coming in. Like, and I still gave you time to fix that or whatever. Dude, I hated that place because first of all, they hardly ever taught to tell me the recipes. But, yeah, that was to all my future employers. If I give you time, just know
Because
I'm
your
not-
future employers listen to this podcast. Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Future employer might.
Future employer says you're not hired because of this podcast.
That future employer can
You
suck
know,
my dick.
Elon Musk thought about hiring you. Then he saw this podcast and
He was like, nope,
nah,
Mm.
I'm not gonna do it.
not this guy.
Oh,
Oh,
I got
oh.
a new story just popped in my head. So if we got time towards the end, it's a stupid one too. It pisses it's well, it's not stupid. It's a
You
piss
said
you
a
off type
news
story.
story?
Yeah, it's a news story, but it's one that
Okay.
kind of made me mad. It's about
I thought you said a new
Oh.
story.
oh no. I do have another one, but I was gonna let some other people talk since I don't want to.
Well, apparently Landon and Megan just don't have stories.
No,
so
I have them. I was just
Well,
waiting for y'all.
I'm
to
like
Let's
a
go.
child.
Yeah,
and
go
I
ahead,
don't have
ahead,
any
go ahead.
Jobs, so
You got to call on me like shit.
I did.
raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
I mean,
Uh,
Megan's also the popo, so I mean, she got to have something.
She works
I'm
for
not
12.
the popo, but
She
I
works for
also
12.
can't tell you stories about my current job.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mysterious.
Okay.
Well, neither
So-
can
Landon.
Squash.
Spill the beans.
Here's the story. So when I was this is
Young
what you
warthog?
say when no, this is what you say when you've never been deployed. You say when I was at basic because you literally have no other stories.
Yeah.
So when I was at basic, this was almost 9 years ago. 18, green as could be, but I was like, in shape. One of the better times of my life, I'd say. And I went, this was like at the very end of basic training, and to graduate, you have to do like ruck marches every once in a while. So we did it was like 8 or 9 miles, I think.
Ooh, fun.
And it was up like these really steep hills, and like you couldn't see over them. And they were, when you're on, this is at Fort Leonard Wood, when you're out there, I don't know, there's just these really long roads with nothing on them because you're trying to get to ranges and stuff like that. And, but there's a few civilian, or not civilian, but just like POVs that were driving down the road. And like I said, I couldn't see over this big old hill, and our whole formation is marching together. And then our drill sergeant is off to the right, and he's kind of like making sure nobody gets like run over by cars or anything like that, and kind of watching. And I have like this vest on, and I'm what you call road guard, where you have to like go block certain
Oh,
intersections.
the
and stuff
fucking
like that.
road guard, dude. The most useless thing.
And they make you go block these intersections. And so I am, I'm dying because I'm like having to sprint up these freaking steep ass hills, and
Nope.
I'm wearing rucksacks and all this gear and shit like that. So you're just dying. But then, like I said, I couldn't see over the hill, but all I can see is my drill sergeant's back. And so I run up, and then I kind of have to go around him, but it's at the crest of the hill. And then all of a sudden I see a car probably going 45, 50 miles an hour. And it's like staring at me. And I'm like, oh my God. And so like, because I'm already so tired and I'm wearing all this awkward gear, it's hard to just like move.
Just
And
take
so
me, Lord.
He grabs me. That drill sergeant grabs me. I don't even remember the dude's name, but he grabs me and he throws me like somebody kicking a house cat. Like it was like, I mean, I flew. And then he like throws me off the side of the road. And like he never asked me if I was okay or anything. And he just starts cussing out the car, and he's like telling them what a piece of shit they are and all this kind of stuff. And they just kept on hauling. But like that was like legitimately, if he hadn't done that, I would have died. Like there's no way around it.
Shit.
Because he was literally the only reason I survived that. But
Yeah, I say people don't pay attention to like a lot of stuff like that, because whenever I did I was helping my Aunt Gail with her trucking escort business and everything
Oh yeah,
like that.
you did that a couple times.
I had to well, I only did it, ended up doing it one time, but I mean,
was it just once?
yeah, literally we went from Sugarlock to DeKalb, which generally only about a 25 30 minutes at the most, maybe. Took us 12 hours. Because we could only go 5 miles an hour because the truck that was carrying the pipe to the lignite plant, the pipe was slightly larger than the
Said it was what
the
kind of
double
plant?
lane lignite,
lignite.
Like
a ligma plant. But yeah, like the pipe was bigger than like the road, like it was wider than the road, barely, but it was. And so the truck literally, I mean, it was probably like that far off the ground, like it the trailer itself. So it was
shit
carrying
was
that.
slammed.
Yeah, and we had to like shut off like opposing traffic on one of the bridges because it was weird. It's weird when you have to cross over or whatever. But
Oncoming, sure.
yeah. But we had to do that, and like I had to block traffic trying to come past us because I mean we're going slow as shit. So
Yeah.
and
Dude,
people
everybody wants to pass you. Like
people
fucking-
were trying to pass on the sides of the bridge, and you couldn't. And I was having to just put a cone down, and this dude like basically. Luckily, I was like off to like I moved away enough, but like his car like basically just scraped the side of my body, and I was like, look like I'd gotten past like the rear view mirror or whatever, or side view mirror or whatever.
Yeah.
And like because if that would have hit me, that was like breaking an elbow or something.
I'd have hit that bitch on my elbow.
But my Aunt Gail,
It's on you, buddy.
she was a little bit in front of me because I had to kind of stand behind her car. She had her a metal stop sign thing. She was like,
She hit
the
his
car
vehicle.
Yeah, because she was like, "You're not
Damn.
supposed to pass this," and he tried to get
Yeah.
out, but there was cops there also because cops have to also, be there because when stuff like that happens, and the cops,
Right.
he was like, "You can't go past this." Like they're like, "You get on this bridge, you're gonna get stuck first of all behind the pipe because you can't go past the pipe." But like, I mean, once we got past the bridge and everything, like we kind of pulled over a little bit, took a break. Everybody drank some drink. I think we brought some sandwiches or whatever. Because literally, I mean, it was about 12, 14 hours it took us to go from Sugarlock to DeKalb. I mean,
that's crazy.
It was, dude, that was the longest time. And then I know they had to go even further because the lignite plant is down 493. So, like,
old ligma plant.
They had to come off of 45 and go to 493. I was like, whatever. I know which way they ended up having to go, but I could only imagine bringing that pipe through downtown DeKalb. That was probably terrible.
Yeah, no thanks.
But luckily, once it got to that point, they didn't need us anymore. They had their own trucks too. So, but they just needed us for like that extra coverage. I think I got paid like almost like 200 something for the day. I mean, wasn't bad. But
I mean,
it wasn't necessarily bad. I could have, if I would have gone and gotten like my license, like my Aunt Lily, I probably could have done more. But because my Aunt Lily, she drove all around the United States with them, and then
that's kind of. I mean, that
did wild.
I guess it'd be kind of cool. You get to see different places.
Yeah. So
probably get paid more than.
But I think I was still in
hired help.
I think I still was in high school, maybe, or it might have been that summer. I don't remember. It was right when I graduated, and I got that white truck. So,
All right, Megan, last chance. If
Okay.
you have a story,
I prepared an embarrassing story because that's what I thought we were doing.
that's fine.
oh, I mean, hey, I got chocolate milk all over myself after a wreck. So,
Yeah, chalky milk on
Um,
his titties. So
I was working customer service and I was calling people to like schedule appointments. And I was talking to this lady and I was like talking to her for like 15 minutes or whatever. And we're chatting, schedule her appointment. And then the next day, someone calls back about her appointment. And it was like a deeper voice. So I was like, oh, I just assumed it was her husband. Like, I don't know what made me assume that, but I was like, oh yeah, I was talking to your wife yesterday about your appointment. He was like, no, that was me. I'm sorry, I have a very feminine voice. And he like apologized to me, but I felt so bad.
yikes.
Oh,
I still have nightmares about it.
I've had that happen a couple times at Olive Garden. Like, just not from the front, but
Like
like
person?
like confusing a dude for a girl just because I was walking to the table from behind. Dude had long hair, and like that's all I could see. Like, you couldn't see us like from the front. Dude had a beard, but like
Yeah.
you saw his hair. His hair was long. There was two other ladies in there. I was like, oh, it's a ladies' night. And I swing around like, how are you ladies do? So sorry.
So sorry.
And
So sorry.
yeah, I was like, oh shit. I was like, not
Damn.
getting money really on this table. It was when I worked at Olive Garden. But then like literally I'd straightened my hair one night, and I had it up in a bun.
Yeah.
And a dude came around behind me, was like, Miss, where? And I turned around, he's like, no.
Karma, bitch.
Yeah, I was like,
Proper reaction.
yeah, but it was it was hilarious. I was like, nah, bro, it's fine. Because like, I mean, my hair was straightened, so I was like, from behind, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you could think I was a woman. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a big butt, and I don't have a curvy
You're kind of like you.
and I
you
don't
kinda
have a curvy
manly
figure.
build, but
I was like,
sure,
I don't
we'll
have a
go
very
with-
curvy figure at all. So I mean,
Maybe
that's
he thought you were just, a really
built- I
manly
was just
looking woman.
built
Yeah,
different,
just an
you know.
ugly woman. It's fine.
I wasn't gonna go with that, but yeah, you
I
said
mean,
it. So
I mean, from behind, I wouldn't think I was a woman, even with straightened hair. But I
no,
mean,
honestly, yeah.
but hey, yo, Olga, I need something.
yeah. Oh, I laughed though. I was like, bro, that's fine. I was like, I literally, because I want to say it was probably about 3 weeks after I had done that to the other guy, so it was just funny.
That's
I did that one time.
you had mistook somebody for a man or for a woman.
Yeah. I pulled over these two cars, which hardly ever happens. I pulled over one because they were going like 50 and a 25. I was like, damn, they're getting it. So I'm gonna pull over one, and both of them pull over. I'm like, oh, cool, 2 for 1, sweet.
2 for
So-
1 special.
I wasn't gonna give them a ticket. I just wanted them to know to slow down through there because. But
Imagine
anyways,
getting
so-
pulled over because you're speeding, and then a cop misgenders you.
dude. All right, so this is what
I'm
happened.
suing.
No, I was about to say that's happened to me. My
Yeah.
sister was in the car.
I walk up and it's this thin girl. She's got her hair pulled back. It's in a hat, kind of like masculine features because she's so thin that she's like real bony.
Yeah.
And so I walk up. I say, "Hey, sir, my name is Patrolman." Oh, sorry about that. She goes, "It's good. It's good." I was like, all right. I was like,
Damn.
sorry about that. And I was like, anyways, this is why I pulled you over. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. I was visiting my girlfriend in Pittsburgh. I said, okay, maybe that's why I mistook you for a man.
Well, yeah, she might just be like
Yeah,
more butch. So I guess that's kind of like.
Yeah.
probably present.
So I guess she was understanding at least, so that's good.
Yeah.
You got off
everybody
with
was
that
cool.
one.
Yeah, everybody was cool. I was like, how about this? You don't get mad at me, I won't write you a ticket. How about that?
So I call my supervisor. We'll call this even.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that happened. I was speeding. I think I was going like 80 in the 65 or whatever. We were on our way to work. I was just speeding up the hill. Wasn't really meaning to speed, but we get pulled over and the guy's like, "Miss," and he looks at me. I was like, because he sees my he probably saw my sister, and
you see me.
and, well, I got the bun, so I mean, all he
Yeah.
probably saw was the back or whatever, and I just looking over here.
The perfect follow up. The perfect follow up would have been, excuse me, Miss Tur.
But yeah, I still got a ticket though. So I mean,
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that was
They're like,
probably
"Sir, I'm
like,
calling your supervisor."
I was like, I think that was my first ticket though, that like speeding ticket I ever got though. So I mean, it was coming because like I'd probably
think,
been pulled over several times and never gotten a ticket before then.
Yeah. One of the most embarrassing things that happened to me whenever I was I was in a call center. Since we're telling embarrassing things, I'll say something. Well, Griffin knows especially the Buck Lau guy or whatever. Yeah. So like there was some shit was happening, like some shit went down. The bank that I worked for was super local, so like there was always some shit going wrong with like debit cards or like online banking or something. Always. And it was just me and one other chick. It was just me and one other chick working on because it was on a Saturday. There's only 2 people in the whole fucking call center, and like we only were open from like 9 to 12, but the whole 3 hours we were just like slammed, like call after call after call, and it was always the same. It was always the same problem, and like so I muted it, or at least I thought I muted it, and I was like, oh my god, there's so many people, like, and the chick goes, I'm sorry, and I was like, and I just like acted like it didn't fucking happen. I was like, so anyway, what was the problem? I acted like nothing happened, and she didn't like bring it back up, but I was just like, fuck.
right. No, she brings it back up. What was that?
No, we're not going past that. Yeah, she dropped it, thankfully, because like,
oh my god,
she did that shit, and I was like,
Bruh.
I can't believe I fucking like.
Do you remember?
Dude.
I don't know if you were there the night when it was like Phil's probably 3rd night managing us, Philip.
Oh, Phil.
And Phil, as in Philip, like that.
Phil, like Philip.
Like his 3rd night
Philium.
managing us, and because like he had worked
Philium.
like the line or whatever, and went to manager training, and then he came back or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had taken a break to talk to somebody for a second because there's no tables. Like literally, I just come back in the what was that little the side room where we do the drinks or whatever. It was like right before you go into the kitchen, whatever that was. I'd stopped to talk to somebody, and Phil was like, "Every time I come in here, you're talking to somebody. Well, you need to get on the floor." And I cussed him out. I was like, "Oh, I'm not doing my fucking job. I'm not doing my motherfucking job." And I was like, I brought him out onto the floor. I was like, "Where do I need a table?" I was like, "Wait, show me a table that needs to be bust right now." I was like, "You know why you see me talking whenever you come in here? It's because there's nothing to do."
Because I've already done my job, okay?
But bro, I got so fucking pissed at him too.
You and I got really heated at him one night too.
Yeah.
Or was I working that night?
There
was one night you got really fucking heated at him, and he was like, "Hey man, Zach's like going off." I was like, "You need to leave him alone." I was like, "We're busting our ass right now."
I was like, "I'm busting my ass right now," and
Yeah.
what? I was like, "Dude, you can go out on the floor right now and see. There's nothing to like. I'm not the other guy. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy.
He,
and you are
absolutely.
absolutely.
He was just a new manager, and I think he was just trying to like
assert some type of dominance.
himself
We
as
ended up being
yeah.
cool. We ended up being cool like
Yeah, we
later on, and I was fine with it. My brother
We
never
did not like him to begin with, though.
Yeah, like but
Once
Christ.
he learned his place in our
Like,
hierarchy.
I'm like, well, I mean, he
Like-
would always comp stuff for us too. Like he was there for the customers, so I mean,
That's true.
he'd comp something for us.
He ended up being cool.
So, but bro, that
Philip
was
Gooch.
yeah, Philip Gooch.
Yeah. That's not fake. That's his name, Philip Gooch.
Oh my god! Oh, I forgot that was his last name.
Or you could just call him Phil Gooch.
Phil Gooch.
Philip. My brother called him
Philip-
Philip McGooch.
Yeah, Philip.
Philip McGooch. That's what he called him.
Oh my
But
god!
yeah.
Oh, bruh.
I don't know.
Sick.
Bruh.
Sick.
But I'll say, bruh, after I got that job at Olive Garden, I can get a job anywhere just about. I mean, if I get
Oh,
the
because of all the
interview,
connections you made
yeah,
with the
we'll say if I get an interview, I get the job. If I don't get the interview, it's a toss up.
That's how that goes, I guess.
The damn power company
least the
keeps
toss-up.
dodging me. A job opening comes up, and then I put my application in. They're like, "We're going a different direction," because somebody else already knew the job was coming up because
Yeah.
somebody else worked there.
Someone
So,
from within the company. Yeah.
but yeah,
The good old boy system.
That's I just applied for a job within my company, just a different job, and I've been told like that I'm gonna get it, but I have to go through the process because
Yeah.
But they
You
still
gotta make
they-
it seem fair to the
Right,
to the
so
court system.
they opened it up to like everyone. And today I got a call at the front desk, and it was some girl, and she's like, I applied for that position, and I just wanted to see the status of my application, and have the heart to tell her that she didn't get the job.
Ooh.
They'll call you. They'll call you. Damn.
Oh, well, okay. This is the news story that I was talking about.
Hold on, whoa, hey, whoa! Don't just hit up
I mean-
news, okay? We have to hit up the GNNWB.
Oh, my bad. Also, yep. Boop, 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 boop. Gender neutral news with Blackery.
Okay.
And Squash. Whoa, hey, where am I?
Oh, did you have a news story?
I have 3.
And
I came prepared,
Squash.
unlike you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so it's the gender neutral news with Squash and Blackery,
Squash
if
and
anything,
Blackery.
because I have 3 and you have 1 that you just thought of 20 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
Dang.
It's based around jobs too. So
check your privilege.
my bad.
Stay in your lane. Okay.
Show was originally.
Go
mine,
ahead.
but it's
Tell
whatever.
your one story.
So our Lord and Savior Jeff Bezos.
Uh-huh.
He was saying he doesn't like the term work-life balance because he says one of them loses in it. Like one thing, either you're working too much and your house life is,
Or you're living too much.
or you're living too much and your work loses. He
Jeff Bezos
likes
would think-
a work-life circle.
Okay.
He said because if you're happy at home, you're going to come to work happy, and if you're at work happy, you're going to come home happy. Most places you work, you're not going to be happy. I'm sorry. If you're working in the factory all day,
Just because I'm happy at home doesn't mean I'm happy at work, buddy.
But he was like, you got to do stuff like not set an alarm every day when you're going to go into work, or you got to make a time for break. I'm like, okay, do you know the normal life of the people who work at your factories?
Yeah, they wake up 10 minutes before it's time to leave because they went to sleep,
Yeah,
3
first of all,
hours ago.
and
because
then they all
worked for 13
yeah, how many
yesterday.
hours, and then they slave in your buildings all day. Also, if your circle isn't balanced, or is it going to be a work-life balance? No, because some pieces of the pie are going to be uneven. So, but if you have a good circle, if that circle's not even, what is it? It's an oval.
It's an egg. Work-life egg.
Or
But-
shit,
yeah.
you can
So,
still
I mean,
cut a
he
circle
still-
into a square too, guys.
You ever seen that fucking video where they put all the different shapes into the square hole? It happens. Okay.
But like, I was just like, this man is so far removed from like just actual reality. Like,
Reality, yeah. It'd be that way.
I was
Yeah,
just
with
like,
the issue comes down to it's the upper management not fully understanding what lower management and just like the bottom guy is. I know guys in the military know this, or everybody knows this. You got your freaking general, you got your CEO, you got whoever is at the top.
yeah,
They think everything's hunky dory. They go, "Oh, I'm going to tell my guy to tell their guy to tell their guy." I'm going to give out the main goal of the company, and then I'm going to leave it up to XYZ to figure it
Yeah.
out. And so they don't sit down and think, all right, well, I want to have a $2 billion company freaking income by the end of the year. I want to make at least $2 billion with my company. They're not going to sit down and go, all right, so John Smith needs to work from 12 o'clock to 7 p.m. And
Yeah. They don't care
Yeah.
how it gets done. They just want it to get
yeah,
done.
and it's just
so when it comes down to it, you got the managers, they're making the schedules, they're telling the people what to do. They're hiring people that may not actually be qualified for it just because they need that manpower. They're kind of getting quantity over quality sometimes. And so at the end of the day, you get people that hate themselves because they're working at a job that, treats them like shit. They're working them to death, or they're not getting paid as well, or they got a dickhead for a boss. And so,
What you got to understand is if you're going to promise free 2-day shipping, people are going to suffer. Like that's just there's just no fucking
Yeah,
way.
hey, honestly,
Well, yeah.
that's literally how that goes.
you would either
Like,
need
you
more
cannot-
people or and I
Free
don't know.
though, right? You have to pay.
Yeah, you do.
Here.
It's like a $13 a month. And thing is, you don't even get 2 days shipping anymore right now, and they blame that on the pandemic. But
Dude, I had a next day shipping.
oh
What are you
yeah,
talking about?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, most of the time my packages get there quicker than they said.
Yeah,
they
it
would,
depends on
right?
where your fulfillment site is,
Center,
whatever
yeah.
fuck they're
Or are you
called.
guys from Kentucky? That's the big one.
Not very far for me.
there's a couple items I get that are day, and it's mainly like sunglasses, watches, like just some small things. But I mean, if it's something bigger, it's normally taking more than the 2 days that it used
Yeah.
to. But I mean, they do say they are prioritizing like essential stuff, but I don't know if
That was
that's
the
I
start.
don't
Stuff like
I
that
don't
are
know if that's
getting-
still.
They're trying really hard to hire pilots and stuff now, so they're like offering them like stupid amounts of money.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Bro, I've seen all the memes. Somebody said
Trying
me.
to figure out how to fly plane mid
Yeah, yeah, I saw the one that said me crying while we're going through Paris when we supposed to be in Orlando.
Yeah, me passing the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel
when
Tower,
we're supposed to be in
yeah.
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah. All right, my first news story. Actually, today is the 13th, and this episode will come out on the 16th, so it won't be that old by the time everybody hears it. A Michigan sheriff's deputy responded to a call about 8 loose cows wandering in a road and escorted the bovines home, 3 miles away.
Heck yeah,
This
baby.
man went above and beyond. The Ingham County Sheriff's Office said its transport unit responded to the report of the cows blocking a road south of Mason because the department's country units were busy with other calls. So this man doesn't even work in that area and was like, I'm gonna go wrangle some fucking cows. He walked them 3 miles back to the farm. So he didn't like drive them, he like walked. And there's a video of
What
it,
state was this in?
Michigan.
Michigan. Ah, dang. I was gonna say if it was
Why?
in Texas, Texas Walker Wrangler.
All right, I'm leaving this call. I'll see you guys later. Like, anyway, number 2. Remember that purse that was found 2 years later, Blackery?
Uh-huh.
I got something that beats it. Class ring lost in Florida Keys waters, found 36 years later.
Shit.
Wow.
A diver off the coast of the Florida Keys discovered a class ring at the bottom of the water that turned out to have been lost by its owner 36 years earlier. Sean Roch said he was using a metal detector to search for a lost wedding ring in 8 feet of water off Lido Key? I don't know. When he found a class of 1986 ring from Lassiter High School in Marietta, Georgia. Roch said he only had the ring's owner's initials to go on, and some research determined there were 3 members of the graduating class with the same initials. The diver said he was able to narrow down the field and identify the likely owner. His name was Mark Murray, and there was virtually no information about him on the internet. Hold on. Roch said he was able to speak to some of Murray's classmates, and they helped the 2 men connect on the phone. Bro, it's a class ring. Is it really this deep?
Dang. Some people, I
Murray
mean,
said
some
he had
people is that
only the
sentimental
ring for
value.
about-
so-
It was in 8 feet of water, so it was kind of deep.
Oh my god.
I'm
Somebody
not
get him.
impressed.
Somebody get him out of here now. Jesus Christ.
Damn, son.
Oh, so the Murray only had the ring for 2 weeks before he lost it. He
I'd
said
have
he
been like,
got it.
oh,
Oh,
as a
okay.
appreciate it,
junior in high
bro.
school.
Cool, thanks.
Right, like, is this really? I don't know. It's a class ring.
I mean,
It's a
some like I
very
said, some
nice
people
gesture.
it's yeah. It's like some people
I
it
know
is.
some kids who paid $500, $600, $700 for them.
I mean, I paid.
Well,
I paid
their
4 for
parents
mine.
paid it, but yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't get a class ring.
They're a waste of money.
Waste of money. You
Wait,
heard it
do
here
you
first.
still have yours?
Why
Do you
would
still
I
have yours,
want an
Griffin?
expensive-
do you still have yours?
It's at my mom's house.
Your mom's house. Okay. I remember. I think me and you were sitting
one.
next to each other whenever we.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And my dumbass, instead of getting it, like, it's a class ring, so it should resemble something of the school. I got it amethyst. 'cause
birthstone?
that's my birthstone, and a freaking 3-leaf clover in the center. Like, what? I wasn't. We were not like. The school was nothing to do with the Irish or
At all.
nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
Well, you just wanted a ring.
I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it's like-
oh, I want a purple ring.
Because yes,
Yeah.
I didn't get it because you're February also, right?
Yeah, February. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too. And I was like, because I looked at everybody else's fucking birthstones because I was going to get my birthstone. Then I was like, wait, what the pink ass shit? I was like, I don't want this as my. So I mean, I think I got was opal black.
Yeah, I was gonna say Onyx or Opal.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think Onyx. I
That's
think
mine.
Opal's white.
Typically white. I think
Yeah.
they can their colors.
But yeah, my finger doesn't fit
Yeah.
mine anymore, and this was already a size 13. So
Wow.
We get it. You have big ass hands.
I got them chonkers.
All right. Last story. All these stories come from UPI.com again.
Okay.
This is like becoming my new favorite news source. A copy of 1996 game Super Mario 64, still sealed in its original box, sold for $1.56 million, breaking a world record that was set just 2 days earlier.
Bruh. That's crazy.
Dude,
Yep.
I saw one where I think it may have been the original Zelda game. Sealed, never opened, and it sold for like a couple 100,000. Like that's ridiculous.
Heritage Auctions, based in Dallas, said the Nintendo 64 game, the first game in the Super Mario series to feature a 3D world, sold for $1.56 million on Sunday, just 2 days after a copy of The Legend of Zelda for the
Oh.
Nintendo Entertainment System sold for a record $870,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking
That's
about.
wild.
That's crazy.
Do y'all think any other game system, like an Xbox, like a CD or something like that, like say like Halo or like a COD or anything like that, will ever sell for that much?
No.
Like in
No.
20, 30
And the reason
years?
the reason I don't think so is because they remake the also okay, well,
Well, yeah,
two reasons.
digitally. Yeah.
Yeah, digitally is the biggest thing because you can always just download it again. But secondly, the games like Call of Duty, they're not the same, but they're basically the same game. They're remaking
Yeah.
the same experience.
But I'm
So,
talking
like-
about like the more iconic ones. Like none, I don't think now. But I'm talking about like maybe from like the 360 PS3 era, like a sealed
I mean, they
copy,
still
maybe
have
like
those-
a maybe
they
like a
still have
metal
those digital,
edition.
though.
Well, they have Twisted Metal. I think Twisted Metal Black, maybe. If you have an original untainted copy of that, they're selling for a lot of money. Now it's not going to be millions of dollars, but it's
Yeah. I was just
it's
wondering
a
maybe in
couple-
like
a couple
30,
grand, I
40
think.
years, maybe. Like
Maybe.
maybe like
I
a
mean-
legendary copy. Because like the metal cases.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the special
Like
editions.
like the special editions, like maybe one of those. And I was just thinking like maybe an unopened metal case. I'd say if any
There's
of them,
somebody out there that has.
I
one
would
of
say
those,
like
and they'll
Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, World
Maybe
at
Black
War,
Ops
maybe.
2.
Yeah, maybe Black
make
Ops 2, like
one.
one of those. Because Black Ops 2 had
Definitely
another
not Overwatch.
case.
I'm going to hit you
yeah,
with
I was like,
the,
I would
with the a random is Morrowind.
Oh, actually,
Morrowind
yeah.
or
Yeah,
if
if you
Oblivion.
had like an original one of those unopened, fresh, it could probably be pretty decent chunk of change.
oh, speaking on that also, what's the dude that's with Bethesda, Todd something, I can't remember his last-
Howard.
Todd Howard, yeah. He figured out a way because Skyrim's on Game Pass. He figured out a way for people to forever buy Skyrim every month.
Yep.
This man figured out one more way.
I have bought
He figured out-
Skyrim like 3 times in my life.
and now
Maybe even 4.
and you have Game Pass right now too, don't you?
I do have Game Pass.
So now
yeah.
you're currently
Hey, $1 a month, okay?
$1 a
And
month,
I haven't downloaded that game, but
But I was
I'm
like,
not
this
gonna.
man has figured out every possible way just about you to sell Skyrim to people.
hey, fuck making a new game. Let's
Yeah.
just sell Skyrim again.
That and
Y'all remember
GTA
remember
5.
Bionicle?
Hell yeah, I remember Bionicle.
Those sell for like if you want like the OG ones, if they're sealed, they'll sell for like $100 a piece. Those are like.
Bro, I wish we still had
$8.
those.
Yeah, the super cheap.
I remember when we first got into Bionicles and we were
Profits
building them and stuff like
stonks.
that.
You remember what?
When we first got into Bionicles, or not, we didn't get
yeah.
into it. We just bought them. I mean, we were like,
Yeah,
oh, there's
we
something
didn't
to build.
really get into like the lore or anything like that. We just kind of thought they were cool.
Yeah, because we knew it was something to build.
Did y'all ever get into Bakugan? I never got into
No, I think that
No.
was after. I think that was like right after
that.
us.
Too old for that.
Yeah.
I never got into Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or anything like that until I
No,
was
because that
like-
shit was the devil. Yeah. I
Yeah,
couldn't- I
say
couldn't do that.
Pokemon couldn't.
Yeah.
Pocket
Wasn't
monster
allowed.
or pocket
Pocket
Yeah,
demons
Yu-Gi-Oh.
is
Pocket
what they
demons,
called it. Yeah.
Pocket Demon.
Yep. Even though
Man,
that's
that's
not what the fuck it stands for. Not even.
I mean,
Ace- what is
pocket.
it?
It stood for
It-
Pocket
Pocket
Monster,
Monsters.
but I mean,
monsters.
just like AC/DC's Antichrist Devil
Yeah.
Children.
yeah. And Harry Potter couldn't. But we
It
can
was
watch
the
Lord of the
devil, yeah.
Rings with a
yeah, you could watch
fucking
Lord of the Rings, but-
wizard.
Star Wars too. They got the Force and shit in there.
Yeah,
Right. It's very weird. Very weird.
yeah. But the crazy thing is, some of the people that we like. Well, I mean, we're veering off now, definitely. But
I mean, we're
Um,
almost done. So
but some of the people that we went to church camp with, I mean, I know they're obsessed with Harry Potter. So like,
Right.
the
Yeah, it was
freaking-
weird.
The old
was like,
what was
hey-
it? Not Bishop. What was he? Rogaine. What was he?
Oh, he was the youth director of the,
I
of
kn-
the
oh,
state of
the
Mississippi.
youth director. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like his kids obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Was like,
how
what?
is the youth director's kids into Harry Potter when none of us could watch that crap?
It wasn't.
Which-
It wasn't the entire
It must not. Yeah,
Church of
just
God.
the
It was,
entire.
it was just the one
Arc,
guy that was head of
It's
the
just
church.
there's
yeah,
so many
so.
people though. It's like just United States wide that also had that same experience. So I
That's
thought
true. Yeah,
I figured it was just something that was just taught. Like I mean, it was probably
just meant,
taught
like-
around a lot of places.
it was. Yeah, I mean, it was a popular belief.
Yeah.
But
So it's just crazy, man.
all right, we're going on an hour and a half, so I think we wrap
Yeah.
it up. Hit us up on all social media platforms at TDF Podcast. Blacker's going to start putting more stuff on TikTok because I said
Yeah.
so.
I think I know where I want to go on this episode and clip, but
Nice.
and I already have the title for this episode too. So, but I'm not going to say it.
Well, yeah. Well, hey, it's got to have something to do with clickbait, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100% clickbait. But yeah, and you can him fried_squash on some stuff, and you can find me at Blackery on anything. So,
Yeah. Keep it simple.
so
All right. Bye.
bye.